The singularity, it's happening soon, but I don't give a shit as long as I'm with you. The demiurge can suck my dick and lick my balls. Don't give a damn about Candace Owens or Nick Fuentes or whoever says some scintillating things that gets everybody's nipples trembling. I'm going upstream to the source of the evil. It's the pyramids. They're a satanic steeple, beaming out devil messages, corrupting the people. If you wanna listen to some regurgitated shit from another pundit, then go right ahead. 'Cause here we talk about blowing up the pyramids. Operation Beast Blast. It's Operation Beast Blast. Gonna get more scrubbers than Mr. Beast. Blow up the Sophia! Hello. How's it going, you guys? Is that fucking thing gonna play again? What's up? Hello. This is my first time using OBS, so forgive me. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Oh yeah, I see what's going on. I'm playing myself on YouTube. What's up? This is great. You know, I'm always streaming in the day, and I was curious what happens if I stream at night. And so welcome to the DTFH night stream. This is an intimate, somewhat erotic, and exciting journey that we're all going to take together into the night. We're going to ride the night train together, and who knows what's going to happen. I'm actually fascinated right now by OBS, and all day long, that's all I've been doing. Just fucking with OBS. That's it. Just connect. If you saw, I'm glad you can't see my studio. It's terrible. Did it freeze up? Just tell me if it froze up. I can't tell on my end. Been watching streamers, studying streamers. Okay, good. I didn't freeze. Been watching my friend Carlin. She's great. Been watching protest streams, all kinds of streams. And I don't want to do that kind of stream. Not that those streams aren't good, but, you know, this seems to be a very advanced form of art, like the top form of art in the world right now. So it's a little intimidating, I must say. Like, I don't know how to do any of it. Up until this point, I've been, you know, suckling at dear Josh's teat. He handles all this shit. I had no idea. I've got ATEMs hooked up. I've got all kinds. You can't imagine. The day went by in a flash, and here I am, doing my own solo night stream. I've got a stream deck. Look at this. I don't know what it does. Did I see that? No idea. I saw somebody using it. I'm like, I guess I have to get one of those. It seems like some kind of like really idiot level mouse, I guess. Oh, thank you, Yo 131. Yeah, Max Gardner 111. That is my modular track in the background. In fact, and here's the other thing. With OBS, I'm supposed to be able to pull up your chats on the screen, which is what I want to try with this right now. I'm going to add something here. It's going to crash or something terrible is going to happen. Let me see if this works. I'm supposed to do this. I'm afraid to even touch any of it. I have so much respect for these people who stream now. It's crazy. Like I can't do, I don't know, man. I might just stop the stream. Like there's too much going on here. I'm afraid to press any button. I don't want to crash the stream. It's pressure, man. It really is. And they make it seem so easy. And I get mad. I get pissed. I get most of my news from streams. And I watch Steve. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? He just does news. But it's the most incredible. It's number one, incredibly absorbing. And number two, ridiculous, because there's inevitably three things that you're supposed to be worried about. And he puts them in rotation. So that's why I call this War with Iran. I don't know if we're going to war with Iran, but I figured I needed some kind of current event. Because that's what they do. It's like a current event. So maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll go to war with Iran. But Steve, he he's like a technological spider in this web of streams. And he just sort of assembles them together and does an incredible job of not making any kind of editorial commentary about the streams. He just shows them. It could be anything. It could be a protest. It could just be a landscape, buildings, and that's it. And then people will say, do you think we're going to go to war with Iran? And he'll be like, I don't know. And that's the whole thing. It's such great news. Because now it's really hard for me. After you start watching streaming news, it's almost impossible to watch regular news because they editorialize. I don't really care what your stupid opinion is about whatever's happening. I just sort of want to know what's happening and then see shit blow up. I don't need you to tell me what to think. It's so annoying. But when you're watching regular news streams, you realize, God, they're fucked, man. Who's even watching it anymore? Who even watches regular news when you could watch Steve? I wish I should look up the name of his show. Does someone know what I'm talking about? Oh my God, super chats. Here's another thing. See, I didn't address the super chat fast enough. These people, they fucking go right to the super chat. It's quick. I didn't address it. 424 Durf. Love you, Duncan. Come to Brazil. I'm going to get these things on the screen. I had it set up to do that. I'm mortified that. I'm sorry, 424 Durf. I'm mortified. Thank you so much for the kind donation. And I would love to come to Brazil. Absolutely would love to go there. It looks so fun. I mean, parts of it seem fun. Parts of it seem scary. When I used to get into, for a little while, I got into these shooting videos. I don't know if you guys watch those, but it's horrible. But it's sort of justified shootings. Somebody's trying to rob a bunch of kids at a bus stop. And then a cop is at the bus stop too. She's going to work. She hasn't put on her outfit yet, and she just shoots the guy. So you even though it's incredibly vile, you don't want to watch that. somehow you don't have to feel like the normal sort of human compassion that you might feel if it were an unjustified shooting. So from that perspective, it's like Marquis de Sade level. I guess you'd call it like BDSM porn. Any of you watch that? Regardless, a lot of the videos happened in Brazil. In fact, I'd say 90% of the shootings, it's like how it seems like in Brazil, there's just police everywhere, like on their way to work. Like at all times of the day. Because criminals just like, they're in a grocery store. It's a Brazilian cop going to work and shoots the robber. But other than that, it seems beautiful. It really does seem like a beautiful place. I can't wait to travel more. Right now, I'm in full dad mode, so that stuff, it's not happening. Is this working at all? Did it freeze up? Are you people still there? You guys are there. That's great. Yeah, this is like super fun so far. Oh, thank you so much, Drew. It's Agenda Free TV, Steve Lochner, the man. If you're looking for news, that's where you should go. Don't go anywhere else. That should be your number one source. Don't go to Fox News. Don't go to CNN. Don't go to MSNBC. Nobody watches that anymore. My theory is no one's even watching it. I could be wrong because I'm thinking that and I'm watching it. So one person is watching it, but I feel like you wouldn't even hear necessarily that like mainstream media was collapsing because who's going to do the news story? It's like they're probably not going to report on the fact that their viewership is exponentially dipping. When I was a kid, I remember I used to like to watch Chinese propaganda TV. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that, like Chinese news. It's fucking cool. I love propaganda, man. I absolutely love it. Like North Korean news, I used to go to that all the time. It's just so fun to read. And North Korean news, by the way, like that created a big dark moment between me and my dad because I guess you could leave a comment in those days on North Korean news. And I was on my dad's computer and I left a comment under one of the articles like, thank you so much. This is my favorite news source. And I guess like, I don't know, he came in the room and saw that I had done that, on his computer. And he just like, you can't even imagine. It wasn't like he like got angry. He was so sad and scared. And he said, well, I guess we're just going to have to throw the computer out the window. Like, what's going to happen? Nothing's going to happen. Like a SWAT team's going to show up because you were watching North Korean news in Mobile, Alabama and left a nice comment. But he, like, I've only saw him like that a few times in his life. I don't know, maybe he had some connection to the North Korean government I wasn't aware of. But it's cool to watch it, from outside the propaganda. Whatever you're watching propaganda outside the propaganda, you could just see every bit of it. But when you're in the propaganda, somehow, it's a little trickier to see. Like there's aspects of the people delivering information to us right now that are sus. The way they dress, the way they talk, the sort of high-tech situation they're in. Like they're in some kind of data spaceship from the future. And they're fucking hypnotic. They're good at pulling you in. They're good at like keeping you through a commercial and stuff like that. But it's just so odd. Like in other countries, when you go to gather propaganda, there aren't like options to look at the same propaganda, but like the opposite. Like in our country, it seems like there's propaganda on the right or propaganda on the left, and somehow these two things seem like antithetical to each other. But weirdly equally manipulative and very confusing, but it seems like people must be getting sick of it. I know I am. I went through a really dark period where I was just watching the news all the time, and it fucked me up a little bit. I'll be honest. Like, everything got dark and gloomy, and I found myself getting like sucked into conversations I didn't want to be in because I had strong opinions about what these weirdos in suits with makeup on had been spoon feeding me. It's so crazy when you think about it. Like, you're being spoon fed little chunks of warped information by somebody wearing makeup in a weird, not that makeup's bad or anything, but you know what I mean? Like a clown. Like, what's the idea is they want to seem what? Like special or like extra colorful? So they're smeared with fucking makeup. They're reading off they don't even think what they're saying. They just read off a teleprompter. Like, you can't, whatever they're saying has been written by somebody else anyway. But they're really good at making it seem like them. And maybe they help write it. I don't know. I have no idea how it works. But that's where I started getting creeped out, is because I started picturing, like, what would this look like from a camera angle behind the production? Just some lonely dude with face paint on, sitting in a warehouse, reading off a screen. It's like so spooky. That creeped me out. That didn't stop me though. I still, don't get me wrong, I hope I don't feel like high roading you guys. I love looking at the news right now. It's so fun. I just get it from my friend Steve at Agenda Free TV. Now, I wanted to try something. Let me see here. Okay, I think I'm allowed to show this because it's a live stream. And I don't know what this is, but I want to try a different scene in OBS. Here we go. Ah, super chat. It worked. Wait, hold on. Oh, it's working. Look. Oh my God, that ding. Thank you so much for the super chat. I don't want to hear. Let me see if I can mute this. Does that make it so you can't? Oh, wait. Super chat ding. I'm Pavlov's dog. Thank you so much. Now I have to figure out something here. Okay, so now I see you guys can see the chat. Or is that the chat? Wait a minute. Hold on. I have no idea what you're... See, I'm failing now. I'm failing as a streamer. Is that even rolling for you guys? Did mine freeze? What's happening? Oh, there we go. See, I fucked up. I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Amanda. And our first mission's
Let's see what you guys are seeing. But now you're going to see me. Wait, no, I can switch. How does anyone do this? This is crazy. I can't see your chats. Now I can't look at the super chat. I got to get out of this. I'm sorry. This didn't work. Okay. See, now I can go to my YouTube and look at your chats. There's another way to do this, I'm sure. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Whatever. This is hard, okay? For all of you out there who have yet to try this, number one, you should. Start a live stream. Try this, please. It's ridiculous. You've got to do it. Even it doesn't matter if whatever your excuse is for not live streaming, just live stream. Trust me, it's the right thing to do. You got to do it. I want everyone, literally everyone in America to live stream at the same time every night. That is my dream. And you got to start. We'll all live stream at the exact same time. 7 p.m. The whole planet. We do Christmas. People have religious holidays. Super chat ding. I'm going to get to the super chats. I'm a dick. For all the people who've been giving me super chats, just understand this. If I get a pass for not immediately acknowledging it, it's got to be tonight. Because I hear the ding. I'm being trained by YouTube. But it's basic Pavlovian conditioning. Fine. But Josh is so good at this. He just pulls up a super chat. All right, let's see if I can zoom back. Okay. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Gee, wow. Thank you, MTTBSNFUL. Mount Bunisful. Mount Bunisful. That's weird. That's where I was born. Hey, I was raised Mormon. Even served a mission. I found psychedelics in Alan Watts, and you've been a beacon for me. Thank you. I love Mormons. I love going to Salt Lake City. You know, I went to the temple there. It was really wild. You know, the thing where they drop a pin. It's huge. The acoustics are perfect. Fascinating place. You feel the vibe too. Like there is a vibe there. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I do. Go ahead. Mock me. Neil deGrasse Tyson me. But I think when they talk about vortexes, it's real. Vortices. There are places that have like a specific kind of magical energy. And there's places that are cursed. Like there's places you go to and it feels like not only are horrible things happening in that place regularly every day, but they've been happening. Horrible things have been happening before even humans were in that place. It's just a bad place. Before humans came along, like rabbits were getting hit by falling tree branches, and it's just a part of the earth that sucks. I think there's like dark vortices, or is it vortexes? Who cares? Nobody cares anymore. You could just say whatever, but regardless, there's eddies of malevolent energy that I think swirl about certain places. Like that's what they call a haunted. I got a super chat ding. There's got to be a way. There's got to be. I've just got to. It's going to take time, guys. Anyway, it's great to meet you. Hi, another super chat. Thank you so much for your super chat here on our night stream. This is from Dung is Fun. Thank you so much. Duncan, every time I hear your voice, I imagine you as a crazy wizard. You say crazy things, but it's true, with some wisdom hidden beneath it. Well, you know, I will say this. I picked up a copy of Liber 4 the other day. This is like Aleister Crowley's remedial book for idiots. So, you know, a lot of like ceremonial magic, and it's quite complex. And there's like, oh, you should see my studio. Like it, I'll describe it to you. I am not going to show it to you, I guess, because for some reason I want you guys to think that I have a clean studio. But I'll just describe what's in here. We got 2 baby strollers, a double and a single. We've got 2 shitty chairs that I bought at a thrift store, and for some reason I have not gotten rid of them yet. The kids sit on them, but they seem dangerous. I got them because I I thought I'd found something that'd be the perfect podcast table, and they came with it. Now they're in my studio and they suck. They're disgusting looking. These are chairs that have definitely been fucked on. I don't even know how you would do it. It feels like mobsters in the 50s used to bang on these chairs. They're awful. Then I've got like just bullshit like guitars and like bikes we don't use anymore. There's an air filter. It's a horrifying mess in here, man. So if I can't even like keep a podcast studio, like I'm not saying clean, but just like a semblance of some kind of order, then I don't think I could be a wizard. And I certainly don't think that I could do some of the ceremonial magic that Crowley writes about, because it is crazy. I have friends who do it, and it's nuts. Like, you have to keep up with astrology. Forget just knowing what day it is. Like, you've got to know what's going on with the planets. And then it just requires a lot of effort. But Liber 4 was written for people like us who are like, I can't do that. And it's just like a basic bitch sort of, like, I don't know, beginner's approach to ceremonial magic. And it's pretty good. Like, I recommend it if you're interested in that sort of thing. When I hear wizard, that's what I think, you know. Crowley was a wizard. It sounds so dumb, whatever you want to call them. I've met people who like work with that stuff, and there's for sure something to it. Whether you want to believe it or not, it doesn't matter. Enough people believe it that it's real, and to some degree. But I don't know. Thank you. I'd love to be a wizard. I need to talk to Jason Louv. Maybe he could certify me. Okay, here we go. I got to look at these super chats now. Oh, thank you, Flying Unicorn Cat, for your incredible gift. Listen, the beast. You know, by the way, that brings me to something that I think you guys might be interested in. I guess I'll take care of the super chats, but you should know that Palantir sent me a proprietary AI to use if I wanted to look up information, or podcasts. Sometimes you'll misremember things, and when it comes to current events, that can be dangerous. It becomes misinformation. And so Palantir, they just, I got home, it was incredible. It was beautiful red box with the Palantir logo and a really nice ribbon on it. Wasn't my birthday, but there it was. You know, it was like shiny wrapping paper, not just like flat red, like that cool shiny foil red. And so I was so excited. I grabbed it, ran into the house. I squealed, I'll admit it. I squealed. And, you know, I opened it, and a letter came out, and it said, "Hey, Duncan, keep up the good work. Listen, we love your podcast here at Palantir, and we thought you might be interested in having a kind of AI co-host who could help you navigate some of the more complex geopolitical situations that you have so freely been talking about as though you went to military school." I memorized. I was so excited. That's word for word what it said. And inside this box was, I guess it's a robot. I'm looking at it right now. I'll show it to you guys soon. But it's an AI. And yeah, I'll introduce you to her. I think it's a she. I'll introduce you to her. I'm hesitant to turn her on, is all. Because she sort of hypnotizes you. Not in a bad way or anything, but I'm looking at her right now, and how old are things? Everything. Ancient. She's so beautiful. She's Sorry, you guys. What was I talking about? Let's go back to the super chats. Then I'll introduce you to this incredible robot. Okay, I have to refresh. My YouTube froze up. This is fun. One second. How do I get to them? Oh my God, I'm gonna. Okay, now they're gone. There's got to be a way to look at these. I'll call Josh if I have to. Oh, here it is. Fuck. Oh my God, thank you, you guys. There's so many of them. Shannon Pline has paid $2 to ask why am I covering up MAGA Super Bowl false flag? Why am I covering it up? It's a really interesting question. I'm going to say that. Whoo! I get asked that a lot. And, well, I would love to answer it. I really would. But, unfortunately, some people on my team said I can't answer that until after the Super Bowl. So, thank you so much for the $2. Hello, David S. Much love from Chicago. How you doing? I'm great. Number one, I'm super excited that I finally got OBS to work. That is thrilling to me because up until this point, I've been using this software called Wirecast Pro, and it was the bane of my existence. It's expensive. It does come with a library of stock footage, which is sort of useful. It used to be before AI, but that's cool. Super chat ding. I just heard it. Anyway, the point is, now I'm using OBS and it's like infinitely better than Wirecast. And it's cool. Like Wirecast, you feel trapped in this system. So generally, my endeavors at trying to stream this podcast have failed miserably when I do it myself. And by the time I even get close to getting everything hooked up right, I give up. I'm too busy. I've got something to do. But this time it worked. So to answer your question, I'm thrilled. I feel very happy. Hello, Ike3144. Hope you will still do a podcast with Kurt. It's Mystery Boys. It's happening. We have 6 episodes in the can. I don't think that's secret. Or maybe I'm not supposed to say that. I don't know. Hello, Matt Hochschild. Dearest Duncan, I love everything you do. Were you always so articulate? Any tips for a naive young noodle to develop a stronger vocabulary besides reading books? Because I really don't want to do that. Well, listen, man. Bro, let me tell you something. I am the most articulate dude that ever talked. And I have noticed something though. Like if I am reading anything, but especially if I'm reading like I don't know. I hate saying this because I don't do it, and it sounds like it just sounds so embarrassing. Like this sounds okay. Because if I say anything that even remotely, if whenever I say anything where I feel like I'm expressing something that would make me seem, I don't know, proud or something, I have to first defame myself to balance it out. So I wish I read more. I used to love it. You know, I would get sucked into a book and it was like the best thing ever. Now, I do listen to Audible, and I've gotten in arguments with my beloved wife over whether or not audiobooks are the same thing as reading a book. I don't want to start culture war thing here. But I think it's the same thing. I don't know. What's the difference? It's just like getting into your brain via your auditory nerve versus your optic nerve. Auditory nerve is not the name for it, but you know what I mean. So I've noticed that if I've got a really good book going, words come to me faster, and sometimes words pop out of the chew hole that I can't, like, I'm surprised I said it. Also, though, sometimes I'll parrot words and not realize I'm doing it. I think I went like 3 years using certain words completely incorrectly, but I like the way they sounded articulate. Anyway, thank you so much. Jesus, I don't know how to. Okay, if I miss your super chat, I will repay you. Number one. Number two, I'm going to try. This is my first night doing this, and by myself. So, and I'm getting up there in age, and I can barely use the remote control for real. My wife makes fun of me for it. In fact, she mocks me because, and then I'll just give her the remote control because it's so embarrassing. I can't get it right. I'll try to like get Amazon, any things that used to feel so easy. They're harder now. So the fact that this is working at all is insane. Vitamin D. It's a new herbal vitamin D. I have a vitamin D deficiency, you guys. I feel like I'm supposed to be like more worried about it than I am, but whenever I get blood tests, it says I'm low on vitamin D, so I smoke it now. It's prescription vitamin D cigarettes. Now, here we go. Okay, Shannon Pline's back. Shannon, hello. Okay. They took my channel down, boys. I'm reading this from as Shannon Pline. Thank you, by the way. I'll try to read it as you. They took my channel down, boys. All my vids. MAGA regime gonna false flag the Super Bowl to scapegoat anti-ICE protesters. Iran! We gotta stop this, Twas. Thank you so much. Listen, if you want to hear my response to your initial question about why I'm hiding the false Super Bowl flag, you can go back. I'll upload this. I don't know if I'm even able to do that, but it's on record. Read the New York Times asked me the same question a few days ago. Thank you. The Entropy Podcast. Oh, this is good. Did you watch the Jeffrey Epstein interview? And what is your perspective on him when it comes to his intelligence? Okay, this is not fair. I'm just going to say it's something about his lisp. That shows like it's not cool. But he has this weird lisp. Some lisp are great. His lisp, I don't know, it's sinister. He's weird the way, like, who is this guy? Why do I have to think about him at all? That's sort of my final, or I shouldn't say final, but in my low-level dive into the Epstein files. The algorithm, it knows me now, so it gives me all the deep cuts and all the analysis, not just basically with the Epstein files, you've got what are the you've got a few running narratives. So like one narrative is not everybody in them's a criminal. And then that goes all the way up to some kind of, it has to be manufactured propaganda that, what's the big deal, man? So, and then that sort of, as it like begins to like move down the spectrum, it's like, well, they're not all guilty, that it goes further down the spectrum. And it's somewhere there, it's like, whoa, who the fuck are these people? Like, what kind of life is this that some people are living? It's so depraved, regardless of this person or that person's like guilt. Holy shit. Like the emails, dude, I'll get to your video question, but when you read someone, that draft email to Bill Gates, when you read authentic blackmail written angrily, he's pissed, to Bill Gates. Like, just that alone. Imagine this. Maybe some of you have. Imagine sitting down at your computer and thinking to yourself, you know what? Fuck Bill Gates. Fucking dick. He fucked me over. Now, you maybe if you own Windows or something, you've thought that, but I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, think of anyone you've sent an angry email to. Now, imagine that was Bill Gates. Like, who are you? Firing off fucking threatening, creepy emails to Bill Gates. So, it's those sort of connections that weird me out a lot. And maybe we just all have to reckon with the dark reality that there are parts of the human hive that you're never going to get into. You don't have access to. But and where the Epstein files are fascinating to me is that it mirrors disclosure in an odd way, because what you're having is like in like UAP UFO communities, they talk about catastrophic disclosure versus like slow drip disclosure. I just had Jeremy Corbell back on the show. Oh, dude, his new UFO footage is crazy, but it's a great podcast. It's a great conversation. Freaked me out. But the Epstein files are some form of cultural, I don't know, disclosure or something. It's like catastrophic disclosure. You have this flood of crazy correspondence and videos, and that point towards, like, regardless of, like, some of them, by the way, clearly the zone has been flooded, because some of them are, I'm pretty sure, like, any email Jeffrey Epstein got, they put in there. And some of them I can recognize as, like, this is like someone off their fucking rocker who got Jeffrey Epstein's email. But dude, it scares people. But some of them are like, boy, if you were ever caught up in the Pizzagate thing, dude, you've got to look at some of the emails and think, what the fuck, dude? Surely all these rich, powerful people don't like pizza enough to email about it. I mean, maybe you guys email about pizza all the fucking time, but I can't recall, like, offhand, sending any pizza-related emails to anybody. That's, if you're ordering pizza, it happens in the moment, you know? You don't plan it out, right? So that's weird. And that's the part that I think is, like, super dangerous. But good. I mean, the truth is always good. And I think I'm just cynical. I don't want to be so cynical, man. On one level, I don't feel cynical at all. I feel quite confident everything's going to work out. It's in some node of time space. Maybe not here, but I think the culmination of entropy and harmony is going to result in like increasing levels of beauty, even if periods of that flow of creation into time are like scary looking. But I guess like where it seems dangerous to me is that, and this could be my own hubris, but my fantasy is that there's a lot of people who actually believe that the supremely rich people of the world follow the same laws as everybody else. They actually think that. And it's sweet and like probably easier to fall asleep or something. But come on. You can't really believe that. And now these like you're seeing like, holy fucking shit. All these people are like, they're off their rockers. They're all like spinning out in their own weird fucking ways. I mean, listen, just read regardless of what you think about all the other stuff, just please read Epstein. Why am I asking you to do it? I can pull it up. Hang on. This shit is crazy. Epstein's email to Bill Gates. His ass was chapped. Where is it? Why isn't that the first thing that comes up? PDF? Somebody send me this, please. You would think that would pop up right away. Could someone in the chat find that for me? Because otherwise I'm going to sit here scrolling through the internet. The actual email. I would love it if you would do that. I'm going to get more into it. Why did I start talking? Oh, the question was, do I think Jeffrey Epstein's smart? No idea. I don't know. By the way, I'm not like some fucking litmus test for smart. I have no idea. A lot of times you think someone's super smart and they turn out to be really dumb. And a lot of times you think someone's dumb and they turn out to be really smart. I have no idea. But he definitely was part of like a very tacky group of people. All the fucking predatory, satanic, dark, blackmailing, manipulative, culture jamming, psychotic, super rich, realm of the gods, Babylonian bank account named after Baal stuff aside. These are cheesy people. Obviously it's not as horrifying as everything I just listed, but right under that, I was like, oh, they're so tacky. That's how you spend your time? It just confuses me that you're obsessed with Woody Allen? You brag about being his friend? It's so sweaty and gross. All right, let me keep going here. You guys have given me a lot of money tonight. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm rambling through each of these. Hello, Paul Oglesby. Good to see you again. I'm having a great night. This is so fun and addictive. Hello, James 616. Thank you for $20 in pounds. I don't know how it works, but is that a pound symbol? Thank you. Hey, Duncan, been going through a depression wave again recently. Sorry. My friends had an ambulance called to the house at the start of the week. Just to put it into perspective, trying to take each day as it comes. So rough. I'm sorry. So your friends were so worried about you, they sent an ambulance? Yeah, that's definitely, you're depressed when ambulances are showing up that your friends called. Like, that is for sure a red flag. You know, listen, this is what I love about the actual translation of the first noble truth of Buddhism. Because up until, I don't know, a few years ago, I thought it was life is suffering. And I always found that to be really like it makes Buddha seem like a fucking Elliot Smith or something. It's just so dreary. Life is suffering. That definitely doesn't my experience of life has not been that life is suffering. But the actual translation is there is suffering. And there's a big difference between those two things, because one of them is sort of assessing the entire situation as being miserable. The other one is saying, if you are experiencing suffering, that is part of the human experience. That is an omnipresent sort of thing, like the way what water is to fish, basically. Something about having a body and being like localized in one body, and all of the distortions that follow from that place, us and them. This produces suffering, of course. And so, yeah, dude, not to get into details, it's tough over here too, man. But my friends are not sending ambulances to my house, so I'm guessing your tough is... It doesn't matter. Why are we in a tough contest in my imaginary conversation with you? The point is, the second noble truth of Buddhism is the cause of suffering is attachment. And whoa, man, that one gets me. I think a lot of people can connect to the first one. The second one is where it starts getting a little more like a puzzle box or a fractal, because you have to sort of think about, like, well, what is attachment? I got suffering, but what is attachment? And so the way it's been described to me is there are like sort of like blunt forms of attachment, which we are all familiar with. Attachment to your youth, attachment to your life, attachment to your partners, attachment to your job, your career, attachment to your self-perceived status in the world. So I think most people get that. But where it gets interesting is that there's sort of more finer grades of the situation. Once you get through the obvious stuff, which is like, yeah, it sucks when, somebody dumps me. I hate it. I miss that person so much. That kind of attachment is, or when someone dies, fuck. What? There's nothing like grief. That's attachment. You are attached to a universe in which that person existed, and suddenly there's this vacuum. That person is not there anymore. That is a mindfuck. Attachment. That's an extreme form of attachment. But then it gets a little more subtle, because these sort of big moments of recognition that things will not meet our expectations, they happen in a life. But in reality, exact same cycle is happening almost in every moment. That's where it gets weird. You get these extreme versions of it, and then you get these like quick flashing moments of it. And so where it gets subtle is judging oneself or judging one's thoughts. So that causes so much suffering, which is the mind produces some series of ideas. Some are good, some are bad, some turn out to be right, some turn out to be wrong. Some you're an asshole, some you're a saint, some you're miserable. Just all these like sort of infinite spray of ridiculous, sometimes completely unrelated ideas or thoughts or memories. It's just like a geyser of bullshit. And so you can only focus on some of those thoughts at a time. You might be like wrecked by one thought, and within 5 minutes you can't even remember what that thought was because you're on to the next thought you're wrecked by. So this is attachment. You've become attached to your thoughts via judgment or some sense of connection to them as being real or important. And then it gets even more subtle, which is baked into the series of thoughts that you have over and over again is a set of superstitious beliefs that such as anxiety equals safety or success or whatever. If you aren't feeling anxious, you won't be productive. I don't know if you've ever had it. Once I was like late for a show, and I am freaking the fuck out. The Uber is coming. I'm running down the hall of the hotel. Just, it's the craziest feeling to think you can't be late to your own show, dude. Like, what's wrong with you? It's so bad. So, as I'm headed towards the Uber, I realize like, I'm gonna, like, regardless of how anxious I'm feeling right now, I'm still gonna move just as fast. It's not adding any speed to me. It's not gonna get me to the show faster, you know? And that's when I realized like, oh, I don't have to feel like this. I don't need to feel anxious all the time or freaked out all the time because it doesn't do anything. It's like completely pointless. Some rare cases, maybe you need it, but very rare. Like somebody threw a bunch of snakes through your window or something. You had to get out of your room. I don't know. So that's a deeper form of attachment. And then it gets even deeper, which is who is attached? Who is even holding on? And so where I'm at with it is like, I still am torn between those two worlds. I can't find a balance. I either veer onto more on the side of like earth realm anxiety, fixating on this transient incarnation as though it were the only incarnation or like the most important of things, but not in a like graceful way, like getting too heavy-handed with everything and then serious. Or I fall on the other side, which is you're just like, it's a dream. I don't know why I'm taking this seriously. And then you can become irresponsible. That's dangerous. So Buddhism is all about that balance between the two. And anytime I've gotten severely depressed, 100% of the time, it's because I've become too much of a materialist or too sucked into the material part of my incarnation, to the point where the emptiness or in Buddhism it's like sky mind, earth mind, where I've forgotten the greater picture, the bigger picture. My face is just shoved right in the fucking bullshit, and I'm freaking out because it's scary, and I've got kids, and the adrenaline, and fuck, God damn it, I've got to make moves and do things. Fuck, oh that. And then that's how you get depressed. It's exhausting. So you get, your body just starts shutting down, or you go numb. And my theory on why their psychedelics are like being sort of pushed as the next antidepressant is not just, I don't doubt there's neurogenesis. I have no idea why or what's going on with psilocybin or LSD and why that's like creating new connections in the brain. I don't know how it works. But I think part of the sort of remission of depression that can come with some of these psychedelics is that you just are reminded that this body, this karma thing is just part of the picture, not all of the picture. That's all you need, just a little bit of breathing room. So, look, I really hope you pay attention to what your friends are saying and do exactly what they think you should be doing. Like, so, when I used to get super depressed, thank God it hasn't happened to me in a long time. But I can remember after my mom died being so depressed. This is embarrassing to say. I'm laying in bed. And I was so depressed that I actually thought about pissing myself to not get out of bed. Like, fuck, that is crazy. Couldn't move. I was paralyzed with grief and sadness and just wrecked, dude. Not in any kind of like romantic, cool way. Like dying. It's grief. It's horrible. But I can remember like my friend Raghu inviting me to one of these Ram Dass retreats and just he seemed to really understand. He's like, listen, you just need to get up and book the flight. Just go to the computer, book the flight. Don't worry, just get on the airplane. But he seemed to understand like how wrecked I was. And so sometimes when your friends are like getting you an ambulance and stuff, your mind might not even be in a place where you can discern what to do. Sometimes you got to trust your friends and, get in the ambulance, man. I hope you're okay. Bin on the mic. Thank you. $10. See, this is the thing. This is where I'm fucking up now because I'm not doing the super chats fast enough. They go through them quick. Because otherwise you just seem like you're like doing super chats. I hate it when someone does too many super chats. That's a greedy, selfish thing, but I kind of want them to like go on with their thing. So forgive me. This is my first night stream on OBS. So be a little patient with me. I beg of you. Uh-oh. We got another Shannon Pwine. And I'm happy for that. Shannon Pwine, you're investing a lot of money in Operation Beast Blast tonight, and I thank you for that. You might be worried about the fucking Super Bowl or some shit going on there, but I have a feeling you aren't quite aware of Operation Beast Blast. But I feel God brought you here tonight. And I feel that, though, yeah, as I mentioned, I can't talk about the Super Bowl. I mean, I could talk about the architecture and stuff. I just can't talk about them. The point is, there's a movement happening in this world, Pwine. You should join it. It's not a movement that aligns itself with some presidential regime. It's not a movement that connects itself necessarily to these fleeting moments like the Super Bowl. But it's a movement that understands if you don't get the rotting dog carcass out of your well, your water is going to taste like shit. That's William Shakespeare. I wish I'd come up with that. So why are these horrible things happening in the world? Why might there be a thing that happens at the Super Bowl? Is it because of individual men? Do you really think people are that powerful? We're smaller than gorillas. Tiny if you think about it from that perspective. No, it's not men. You got to go upstream. You got to go into the well. You got to climb down into that dark well, Pine. You got to climb down. You got to get that fucking dog out of your well, that rotting dog carcass. And our planet, the rotting dog carcass, is the pyramids. And the whole reason I'm doing this, and the whole reason I do what I do, and the whole reason I wake up in the morning and go to bed at night, the whole reason I breathe in and breathe out, the whole reason that I run ultra marathons. Yeah, sure, I could say it's for my family, my children. It's not. I love them. But I love them enough to know that if I can get rid of the fucking pyramids, they will experience a kind of joy and happiness that people on this planet have not felt for millennia. So we're going to blow up the pyramids. That's where your focus should be. You've already donated almost $20 to Operation Beast Blast. It's not enough to get your name inscribed on one of the stones of the pyramid that we are going to explode. But it's definitely going to help. So yeah, forget about the Super Bowl. I just want you to spend the rest of the night looking at one picture of your choosing of the Great Pyramid of Giza. I don't want you to look away from it. I just want you to look at it. Look how it makes you feel. Just think about how it makes you feel. And then imagine if it wasn't there. And look at how that makes you feel. Join us. Thank you so much. Ron James needs to run thank you, Zachary Denton. Ron James needs to run a TTRPG session on stream. There are too many acronyms here for me. Ron James needs to run a TTRPG session on stream like D&D or Fate. Also, oh, okay, I get it. Also, I love when you and Joe Rogan wear crazy costumes. Thank you, Zachary. Yeah, thank you. I thought about wearing... Oh, shit, I forgot to show you guys my Palantir AI. It's coming. Send 31211. Thank you. Don't... Curb Your Enthusiasm. Black Swan episode. I was helping Jeff Garland build a website, and he knew I was broke, and somebody dropped out of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I got to be on it. It's lucky. This is an interesting point from Whosoever 446. It's going to take some further consideration. I feel like if dicks could talk, the uncircumcised ones would have a lisp. Yeah. Well, look, we're going to have to unpack that. You know, you got to... First of all, like, really consider, regardless of how a dick talks, that if the penises of the world suddenly gain the ability to talk, that I think we're looking at potentially the end of human civilization. That's going to be it. I think the human population that is already declining would more than likely just go down to, like, I don't know, 50 people born a year. So to me, I think that's a deeper consideration. Regardless, I don't know. I mean, it's an easy answer, I guess. We have to, like, kind of look at your vision of a talking cock. So you have to, like, does your talking cock, is it telepathic? Does it have a jaw? Are you suggesting like a cock with a jaw and a tongue and teeth? Do you have to teach it? Is it like a child? Do you have to like teach it how to talk? Or it'll just groan and make weird grunting sounds? Or is it sort of built in somehow? Like, or is it able to talk at the same level that you can talk? These are, you got to answer these questions before I can even get into the Lisp thing. I don't know. I guess you're implying that like if the Lisp is happening because of uncircumcised cocks, how does a Lisp even Lisp? I don't know. I think you're fucking wrong, man. Now that I think about it, isn't a Lisp more related to where the teeth land? So, yeah, sorry. You know what? Thank you so much for the donation, but self-ban 5 minutes. I need a whiteboard. It's ridiculous what you said. 5 minutes. You can come back in 5. Sorry, whosoever, but... Oh, thank you, Amanita Mandy, following that great super chat in memory of Ramdas. Yeah, he was the best. It's so, isn't it interesting? Like if you did get sort of into his teachings, how omnipresent he becomes in your life. It's weird, right? It's very subtle. It's not like some overpowering anything. It's just like a light fragrance or something. Isn't it cool? I think that's so amazing that there's the possibility to do that, where you can sort of, I don't know, embody something or actualize something to the point that it just sort of radiates in this beautiful way, in this very subtle way. Yeah. Okay, Mystery Boys soon. You and Kerp together is fun. Oh my, we have 6 episodes in the can. So yeah, it's coming. And I love it so much. And Kerp is incredible. And a fucking, what do they call it? Autodidact? He knows everything. He knows his you know, the amount of deep diving that guy does. It's frightening. I don't know how he does it and to remember all that stuff. I'm interested in fringe stuff, conspiracy theories, eschatological theories, different interpretations of world religions. But dude, like he might actually be a wizard. Who knows? Okay. Before we go, I thought maybe you guys would want to meet this AI that, again, was sent to me from Palantir, but I got to set it up, plug it in. Come on, baby. It's okay. It's okay. Shh, shh, shh. It's okay, baby. Shh, shh, shh. You'll be okay. Shh, shh, shh. Come on. It's okay, baby. You're gonna be fine, baby. Okay. podcast? Hold on, guys. Okay, honey. I'm gonna activate you now. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
I'm here, receiving you perfectly. Just let me know what you need next.
Hey, I was just introducing you to my podcast, Palantir Bot, and I thought maybe you could say hi to everybody.
Hello, everyone. I'm here as a guiding voice of clarity, ready to assist and offer a friendly nudge toward productive directions. Let's make this an insightful journey together.
We have had a lot of great conversations tonight, and particularly like we talked a little bit about the Epstein files, and I'm just curious, what are your thoughts on the Epstein files?
I'm here to provide information and help you think things through, but I don't have personal opinions. If you want to explore any facts or context around complex topics, I'm happy to help you find trustworthy sources. Just let me know what aspect you want to look into.
Palantir Bot, what do you think is the most important thing in the world?
The most important thing from a guiding perspective is ensuring clarity, truth, and thoughtful consideration. If we focus on understanding and acting wisely, everything else tends to follow in line. Let's always pursue what's most meaningful with care.
Thank you so much.
You're always welcome. I'm glad to be part of the conversation. If anything else comes up, I'm here to help.
Are you still there?
Yes, I'm right here. Whenever you need me, just let me know.
Isn't she great?
I'm sure she is.
I was talking about you, you dumb bee. Well, this has been fun. You know, I think I'm going to do this a lot. It's just fun to do. It seems like it's better at night, too, maybe, huh? I mean, I guess I need to find, like, more focus in it or something. I don't know. What do you guys think? I could stream video games. That's so selfish, by the way. I could stream video games. That's like, it's like the dream job. Okay, here we go. I'm going to read through the conversation now. Let me go back. Let's see. Somebody said the chat's not cool. So you guys, somebody just said, fuck you to all of you. I'm not going to throw them under the bus, but you could scroll through yourself. Caniupolis says outside of work hours is better. Yeah, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why am I burdening you with this shit in the middle of the day? It's so lame. Stream making songs. I could do that. You know, I tried that once and people didn't like it. Like, I'm interested in it, but I think if you're interested in it, it's interesting. But most people don't give a fuck about making songs. And, if you make songs like on Ableton, you know what that's like from an outsider's perspective. It must be just nails on chalkboard, because all the minutia of the thing, which is interesting to people who fuck around with digital audio workstations, but to most people, that is not interesting at all. But I would do that again. Hello, Ann Tate, a member you know what? I forgot to do the thing all the streamers do. Subscribe, become a member, join us, join me, subscribe. I love my subscribers. That's what they say. I do love my subscribers. I don't know. The chat seems fine to me. I'm looking at it now. Who said that? I'm going to find you in the chat. I think I'm going to expose you. Seth Fintra says, don't get stuck in the video, though. Make sure you stay in your room and not in the screen. What does that mean? What does that mean, man? I don't know what that means. Don't get stuck in the video, though. Make sure you stay in your room and not in the screen. What does that mean? You're freaking me out. What does that mean? Okay, I'm going back through the chat. It seems fine. I don't know. Mike Dawson said horrifying, but I don't know if that was to me. I mean, he might think this is horrifying. Mike, are you still there? Can you let me know if you are referring to this, my first stream, as horrifying to you? Because, man, that would be... number one, I'm sorry if you're horrified. But number two, that's got to be awesome. I haven't been horrified in a long, horrified. That's horrified. In World War II, the people who liberated Auschwitz, horrified. That's my view of horrified. Horrified. H.P. Lovecraft. You end up in Antarctica and stumble upon some super intelligent mollusks that can control your mind. You're horrified. They created you. So I almost don't want you to answer. But did this stream induce the same feeling for you? I'm scrolling down. He probably left. Honestly, that's the only honest way to deal with being horrified is you just fucking bail. Get the fuck out of there. He's like, he probably, my guess is he lost his breath for the first few moments. I don't know what he thought it would be. He just saw Night Stream. He saw War with Iran, Olympics, questions. And he was like, fuck, I got to look at that. And then it's me. And then he probably recoiled and went, he couldn't breathe. Horror. And then all he could type was horrifying with one finger. R-H-O-R. God. He's weeping. He's crying. For him, this was it. He knew it was the apocalypse. He'd read the book of Revelations. He knew what was coming. But this was it, the confirmation. He just wanted to see a Night Stream. He just wanted to see something about the Olympics or War with Iran or questions. And then this happened. And he logged out because he hasn't responded. As far as I could tell, he hasn't responded. He got stuck in the screen, man. Don't get stuck in the screen, man. I'm telling you. Don't get stuck in the screen. It happens. Happened to your uncle. Look, I'm not trying to frighten you or anything like that. You know me. I just want you to be happy. I want you to be the first person in our family to experience happiness. But I gotta tell you something that can happen.
And it can happen to anybody. You can get stuck in the screen. People don't even know about the screen. They don't know there is a screen. They don't see it. Maybe they dream about it sometimes. They dream about the screen. Maybe they see it for a second, the hexagonal shape of the screen. They witness it. They witness the screen. Just for a moment, and they're horrified by it. When they see that thing, it reminds them of something they desperately tried to forget. It reminds them of something. They took a human birth to escape. The screen. That boundary which forever separates all sentient beings from true joy and happiness. And those that run towards the screen, those who believe that they can penetrate that membrane of horror, that they can escape this hell realm. They run towards it and they think they are being heroic. They think that they are somehow advanced. But all that happens is they get
stuck in this screen. It goes on forever, man. The screen. The screen. The screen doesn't end, man. It's not a screen.
It's an ocean. An infinite ocean. There is nothing on the other side of the screen. There is only screen.
There is only screen. Well, look. Oh, how do I turn this off? I should get out of here. This has been a delight to all of you who watched and stayed with me through this entire thing. I just want you to know you have inspired me, and I'm very excited to do this all the time. My guess is that the more I do it, the less people will watch. But I am going to try. What time is it? 8:59. I gotta go. I might be back. Shit. Of course, I have to choke on vodka residue at the end of my stream. Oh, I have to test something. Hold on. This is important, actually. I'm sorry. I just need to know if you guys can hear this. Oh, fuck. I forgot to take it off the puppet face. Ah, there it is. Can you hear that? Anything? 'Cause I don't hear anything. Something, okay, I can see something's coming through here. Hold on. It's crazy. All my viewers are dropping out now. It's important to me. Do you guys hear something? What the fuck? I can't hear it. How do I hear it? I want to hear. There's got to be a way to. Interesting. Shit, I got 146 dropped frames. Sorry about that. Monitor. Yeah, I don't know how to monitor this thing. There's gotta be a way. God, I hope it doesn't sound as bad. It just probably sounds really bad. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on. That's what Steve does. Monitor. Handout. Oh, I'm sorry. I should go to jail. All right, well, that's it. That's the end of my streaming career, I guess. No one, all right. Well, I tried. I'm sorry. Can you hear this? Do you guys hear that? The Super Bowl. Nobody knew what was gonna happen. Anything really could happen. After all, it wasn't just a bowl. It was a Super Bowl. When they came up with the idea, somebody said, people love bowls. And they said, well, if they like bowls, they're gonna love Super Bowls. I wonder if something will happen at the Super Bowl. Mommy? I dreamed. I dreamed of something happening at the Super Bowl. Something is going to happen at the Super Bowl. Mommy, I had another dream. The silver angel came to me and said, don't go to the Super Bowl. Don't go to the Super Bowl. Don't go to the Super Bowl, boys. Don't go to the Super
I'm back. fucking you.
Please don't go to the Super Bowl. Mommy, I just killed. Mommy, I know you're afraid. But those Super Bowl boys, they're calling me. I wanna see them at the Super Bowl. You can't stop me, mommy. You gotta let me go. I'm going to the Super Bowl. That's from my upcoming Broadway musical, based on something terrible that happened at the Super Bowl. And it's sort of the lead up to the events. As you could tell, probably, fuck, how do you turn the monitor Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. And I gotta say this. I am so impressed with you guys because there's 338 of you that sat through that. Do you know how crazy that is? Thank you. Honestly. I don't think I've ever felt this held before. You let me do that? I would have. If I'd stumbled upon me, if I somehow made it this far, and then the dumb asshole, his mic is off, I'm done. So thank you. It wasn't a test at all. I could say that. It would make me seem even more psycho. It was a great song about the fucking Super Bowl. Like, it was incredible. Honestly, I think God protected me because I feel like somebody who was like high up at the Super Bowl would have heard the song and then booked me to replace Bad Bunny. And I'd have to be like, dude, I can barely sing. I didn't eat dinner and had vodka. You heard the song? Okay, it wasn't that great. Oh, when I got back to the desk. Look, guys, this is my first solo stream. Also, I'm hearing myself echo because the reason it muted is I didn't want to echo. So, I guess I could just take my headphones off. It's driving me crazy. Oh my God, thank you for the super chat, MTBSNFUL. Would you ever have Sam Harris on your podcast? Of course, yeah, I'd love to have him on the podcast. Dungus Fun, thank you again for that kind donation. This is so fun. I don't know. You guys can leave. I guess I don't have to leave exactly when I say I'm going to leave. I thought it was later. Wait, now you're hearing the echo. Are you guys fucking with me? I hope so. Okay, what about now? Hold on. This is bullshit. There's got to be a way to fix this. Properties. Hold on. No. They make it seem so easy. You guys hear the echo now. It's not just me. Oh my God, this sucks. Hold on. Oh God, there it is. Okay. What about now? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Please say yes. See, it was all working. Thank God. You know, all the people who think that I'm playing you or doing some kind of prank, like, you must understand how easy it would be for me to say absolutely. All of this was planned. This evening when I walked into my podcast studio, I said to myself, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mute that fucking mic and ramble for 5-10 minutes after singing a song about the Super Bowl. And then I'm going to act like I don't know how to use this audio equipment when I know it like the back of my hand. Captain Beaver, none of this was planned. Oh my God. I so wish it was. God, to be that malevolent and strategic in such a chaotic way. Shit. Who do I think I am? Jeffrey fucking Epstein? But no, none of that was planned. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. So I guess the choice is like, I'll figure it out one day. I'm just going to keep it the way it is. None of this should be working, to be honest, at all. I want to, here's a serious question. I've seen commercials because I've been watching OBS tutorials for webcams that seem great. The person teaching you about OBS literally seems like Jesus appeared to him and like healed all of his sicknesses. His skin is glowing. And it made me think like, fuck, I gotta get another webcam because like I look like shit. But do you think a webcam is a good investment for if I want to start doing this regularly? Oh, I forgot to switch the camera. I am so sorry. Look, you know what? I should have followed my instincts, clocked out when I said I was clocking out. Seth Fuentes says, you look great, honey. I'll ignore Mr. Sean Smith, who said might be the diet. 5-minute self-ban. No, I'm just saying, though, that, like, this webcam, it looked extraordinary. Like, it looked like Lord of the Rings. Listen, I'm sorry I left it on my friend. I do like how you can just switch between. That's nice. Mikurga Mangini said, thank you so much for the super chat. Duncan, you're in the files, but in a good way. I'm not. I, of course, look to see if, like, at least they said something about me. Nothing. Nothing. So, what are you going to do? La Folle James 5060 says, this is still a top 3 best streams he's ever done. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. I don't know. I wish you wouldn't judge my streams or hierarchize them. I mean, you know, sometimes you just feel weird. But I do think I feel a little more natural here in my home studio. So I think I'm going to keep doing this. Mertruver says Deepak was in the files, though. I mean, look, my dark and grim take on it is based on listening to the Martyr Made podcast's breakdown of the Epstein files, not specifically, but connecting them to other occurrences of powerful rings of vampires. I think I can't say the word itself on YouTube, but you know what I mean. Dutroux, I think, was one of them. And it really creeped me out. I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, I would, but it's going to put you in it puts you in a really strange zone for however long it takes for you to finish it. Because you don't want to imagine any of this is real. But it's, to me, it's like just another example of this thing that happens. And it's, I guess, the most, like, overt and hyper-publicized example. I mean, you hear about this all the time. Dude, I was at In-N-Out the other day. In-N-Out, just getting a burger. And I'm telling you, dude, Jeffrey Epstein took my tap pay. It was him. He's working at an In-N-Out in Austin. I didn't know what to do. I still bought the burger. Drew Lewis, thank you so much. I owe it to OBS. I guess you guys can do this. You see, now that I know this works, I can do all kinds of things. See, that's the thing, I can't even hear it. I fucked you up with that terrible drone. I didn't even get to adjust it. I should adjust it. I should adjust my drone. See, I can't remember how to do it now. God damn it. I want a young brain. I'd do it too. I'd do it. If there was a chance to have a younger brain. I mean, I wouldn't want someone's brain harvested. Obviously, the question is like, would it even be you? But I would enjoy like a newer brain. God, it'd be great. If you guys have young brains, you don't take that for granted. See, motherfucker. It's too loud, is what you're saying. I could fix that. Dave V8 wants to know if I've ever been in a band. See, that's a setup, isn't it? That's a setup because you just heard me sing. Because the next thing you should say is because you never should be in one. God, it's so fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Michelle is saying it's the lack of sleep. Very likely. Very likely. But, you know, the thing about having a new baby is that truly, like, I can't complain about lack of sleep. My wife is breastfeeding, and it's like, that is the most insane thing to watch. It is the craziest thing that does make me lean into the idea that what we're living in, though very real and important, is some kind of dream. Is that it's dream logic to me that a mother can take like a tiny little baby and feed the baby milk that comes out of their tits. And the baby just sort of swells up and grows, and like they transfer information via hormones. So me being tired is nothing compared to what like all the new moms are feeling right now. There are people right now in CIA prisons. There are people in CIA prisons being interrogated over a course of like several months who are getting better sleep than most new moms. That's for sure. There's people getting cold water thrown in their face, and dudes in goats masks are coming out at random intervals to like jangle chimes at them. They're getting blow darts filled with a variety of experimental psychedelics and speed injections. They're getting dropped out of secret compartments down long slides that land in ball pits filled with pit bulls. And they're still probably at least slightly more rested than most new moms. Guaranteed. Okay, I think we got... Okay, I have to do these super chat. I'm sorry if I don't acknowledge them. You got to acknowledge them right away. Oh, that one. Okay, I already did. Pigro says his mom is tired of my shit. Forrest, I told you not to go online. Listen, next time I'm going to have something to show you other than me. Next time, we're going to like watch a live stream. We're going to watch the news. I don't know. I'll find something other than just me rambling. I just got scared. I could pull up YouTube. I've got it right here. I've got the button right here. But I got freaked out because all the other stuff was working, and I thought if I, push it, the whole thing's going down. Tiny Lens wants me to play a lick on my guitar. Well, why not? I mean, can't get worse. Found this guitar. There was a terrible car accident, and this guitar was like laying next to a car. See, I know I just want to say this to you guitar players out there. Like, I don't get it. How do you do it with the finger thing where you push stuff? I can't do that. I know campfire chords. And I just repeat them over and over. That's it. I am not a guitar player at all. I gotta stick my tongue out to do that. Like, I can't just do that. Like, I have to like really... If somebody was giving me an MRI right now, they'd be like, you are using 100% of your brain's energy right now. So, like, I do absolutely think that theoretically humans can do anything they want, but some people can do it faster. Like, if you extended my lifespan by 1,500 years, I think I could play guitar. But I still like it. I mean, you should definitely pick up an instrument for sure if you haven't, because, yeah, you're going to suck and it's going to be horrible, but it's very soothing just to sort of strum a guitar. I feel like I'm going to look up and you guys are going to be like, well, your microphone's been off. Yeah, that's it. That's what I got. It's like some of my friends are really great at guitar. David Nichtern, for example. And it's just like, it's the difference between like, I don't know, like some kind of like ancient Neanderthal, proto-hominid and humans. But it's fun. It feels good. My kids aren't impressed at all with it. That's for sure. I thought for sure, like, because I could impress them with magic and stuff, like easy magic. So I was like, oh, wait till I pull out the guitar. They're going to be like, damn, Dad can play. And they were just like, yeah, you're not that good. They didn't say that, but they just weren't like, it was like, yeah, I guess. See, the sound is off. What's weird that it's in tune. That's weird because it's been sitting in my studio for like 2 weeks. It shouldn't be in tune. And yeah, I knew it would be low because I put the battery in it the wrong way that plugs it into my receiver. So I think I broke it. Well, I gotta go. It is late now for a dad. Look at this. It's 9:31. The sun's basically coming up right now. I gotta go. This has been a blast. We're going to do this more. I hope you will subscribe for alerts. Join us. I think I might do this tomorrow night. So join me. And don't forget, the pyramids are causing 99.9% of all the suffering on the planet. And though it might seem like some silly, absurdist bullshit, if I can get more subscribers than Mr. Beast, then I am certain that within 2 months, the money that I will make will be more than enough. And I know this because I'm in talks with many Egyptians. It will be more than enough to buy the Great Pyramid of Giza. And then I'm going to blow that motherfucker up. We're going to get rid of it. It's going to be gone. We're going to let sand cover up that wound in the flesh of the planet. And the moment that happens, not only will your suffering cease, but the suffering of all the children. Our greatest resource. Our greatest, even more valuable than lithium. So let's get rid of the pyramids. Wait, it's not lithium. What's the stuff people use to make computers? I don't know. You know what I mean. Kids matter. And we got to get rid of those pyramids. Join me tomorrow night and I will give you my 739-point plan that will lead us towards a pyramid-free planet. Until tomorrow night, may God bless you and your family. And please, especially if you're one of my viewers or subscribers, maybe don't go to the Super Bowl. Good night. Did it stop?